Sci-Fi. Hey everybody, welcome to Real Life Sci-Fi with Wade and Willy. I'm Wade.
I'm Willy.
This is a podcast about the paranormal and contemporary mythology. Join us on Shut Up until I introduce you. Join us on patreon.com/reallifesci-fi for access to 2 bonus episodes a week, video feeds, and more. And visit RealLifeSciFi.show for all of our links. If you have a topic or guest you want to suggest, the email is WadeandWilly@gmail.com. Let's welcome aboard the SSRLSF, Willy's friend, real estate entrepreneur, and musician, Miles Thompson. Hi, Miles.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for letting me come on and have a good time
Thanks
with
for
you
being
boys.
Here.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
Are you drinking like a, it looks like a chocolate martini.
It is a bourbon and Coke in a margarita glass.
I was wrong on every point. No chocolate, no martini glass.
I like to throw people off that way.
So
Where do we meet at? Was it 7th grade?
Oh, gosh, 9th grade?
9th grade? Okay.
Yeah, I came in 91 from California. Had to take an English class down at Bill Reed. And then we met actually in 10th grade, so the beginning of 10th grade. 3 years of fun and pep rallies, although I didn't go to half of them. And Willy was the man in every pep rally. He ran that show. Loved it. Then we kind of stayed in touch, and it's been a good time. So glad we were able to connect again, Willy.
Yeah, dude.
Wade, Wade, nice to meet you. Hadn't met you before, but heard you on the show. Pretty funny.
Oh,
and can't wait to talk more.
Well, I went to Bill Reed too, so we've got that in common. I mean, it felt like a prison to me. I don't know how it felt to you.
It was summer school's quick, right? I had to take an English class, or I couldn't go into 10th grade.
Oh, you just did summer school. Where are you from in California?
Yeah, so I was in, at the time, I came out of Thousand Oaks, Westlake Village area. But before that, it was Cerritos and Irvine. So those two places.
right around LA.
Yeah. Loved it. Played water polo.
You ever
out
come
there.
back? You got family here or anything?
No, I don't. No family out there, but love to come out. And there's some friends that I occasionally see. My uncle lives in San Clemente.
But you don't consider him family.
Right. I do. Yeah. I mean, I guess I see him, once every blue moon. So
isn't water polo vicious? Like, don't you get drowned every time you play?
It's rough, man.
It turned me from a stick to just ripped in like 3 or 4 weeks. They call it Hell 2 weeks. So football has their like Hell Week, which is like that's how they start their season. It's the same time as football. And you have 2 weeks in water polo. It's 4 hours a day, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours at night. Wow. And literally just hammered with swimming and all these like crazy things. They're trying to drown you. We had girls on the team that were insane. Reals. Yeah. And holding chairs over our heads and doing this motion called the egg beating, which is to basically get you out of the water quicker. And I just remember I was so tired. I told my mom, you got to have 2 Snicker bars and a Coke when you pick me up, because I can't wait till I get home. Okay.
I played water polo in college, but it wasn't legit. So I was the goalie and I was allowed to hold on to the wall.
Yeah. You seem like the least legit water player polo.
But I got the reach. And I could throw it real good. So I was like scoring goals as a goalie too.
Awesome. I mean, goalie's a great position because you're always you're in the action. If the ball comes down to you, goes into this hole guy, and the hole guy gets slammed, then he has to throw it out, and then you're trying to make sure that he doesn't score.
Everybody's got these no-look shots from man. And they say that I just heard this today that they say Jokic is a water polo player, and that's why he can pass so good with one hand. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Oh, totally makes sense. Because that ball is kind of in between like a volleyball and a basketball. And so it's perfect. It's grippy and everything. You just turn right around and throw that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal sport. It got me in great condition. So brutal that before the match, they had to check your fingernails. for being too long.
Yep. I saw a fight in the deep end, dude, and it was the scariest fight I'd ever seen. Two giant buff dudes like punching and trying to drown each other. I was like, fucking A.
I just don't think there's another sport that uses like the field as a weapon. It seems like you shouldn't be able to like drown people. Is there a ref?
There's a ref and there's unlimited fouls. And if it's flagrant, like if a guy's on your side, on your team and it's flagrant, he gets kicked out for 2 minutes. So it's almost like in hockey, how you have what's that called? Like a power.
Yeah.
But the thing of it is that it's so sneaky under the water. People are holding my hands underneath the water and trying to drown me. There's a move that they do where if you foul someone, you slough off of them, which is basically you're kicking off of them to basically get back into the field. And so the first time I got kicked, I was like, oh, this is a move. I can actually use this. So they're using me as a wall to kick off of. Just got kicked in the side. I was bruised for like a week. Yeah, it's a brutal sport.
Is it legal to just hold someone under the water? For like as long as, like if they have the ball, can I just dunk them underwater?
No, but they're going to, they're basically almost like basketball where they're going to keep the ball away as far as possible. They're going to stick their butt out, right? So they can't get the ball. Now, if your defender goes over and pushes the ball down under the water, it's automatically your ball back. So the other team's ball.
Oh.
So that's when there's basically almost like it's a loose ball, basically. And now the other team gets the ball. So you want to make sure that they never can touch the ball from you.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I just...
it's brutal, though. It's brutal.
I'm terrified by water, and I don't really like competitive sports. So it's kind of like the worst. Like, it's basically my hell, I guess. Like, if I go to hell, it's just going to be water polo against spiders. It'll be me versus a bunch of spiders in water polo.
I'll be like, wait, listen. I'm going to teach you how to do this in hell.
Kick off of the spiders.
You're going to be the best Hell's player down here. Wait, I'm going to make you the best. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it'll be amazing. I'll earn my devil horns, and then I'll get to come up to Earth and take souls, I imagine. I don't know how hell works, but I think that's it. Let's talk about conspiracies and stuff. Are you into any of the, like, kind of, I don't know, aliens and stuff? I mean, I've got a whole questionnaire for you, but do you find yourself, do you gravitate toward these things, or are you just you do?
Yeah, I do, because I think my mind goes, okay, did we go to the moon? I mean, that's the first one. It's like if I ask someone a question, did they go to the moon? And if they say we didn't go, we went to the moon, I kind of stop all conspiracy questions with the person, because there's just so much facts that go into that. As a matter of fact, I put out a song, Lorde Landing. You can find it. It's called "Turn the Camera Off." And do you know about this guy, Bart Cybrell? You ever dealt with him or seen him on videos? He's a journalist in the 90s that went out and talked to Buzz Aldrin. And
he's the one that got punched in the face. That's what I thought.
Yes, yeah.
He holds the Bible. Yeah, he's pretty intense.
Yeah, he's pretty intense. Kind of gets them into like awkward situations. And it's pretty intense what he brings to them. And, you can kind of tell in so many forms or fashion that they're kind of lying to him. So, yeah, I took some of his clips. I chopped them up and I put it to a beat and I made a song. So you can go to Lorde Landing, turn the camera off. Because one of the guys said, turn the camera off, turn the camera off. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a big conspiracy theorist in that way. I don't believe we went to the moon.
I'm on the side of we went to the moon, but they couldn't tell us about the aliens, so they were all upset about that.
Let's jump into the WOW scale then, because it's all conspiracy theories. The WOW scale stands for Wade or Willy. It's a 5-question quiz. At the end of the 5 questions, I'll give you a score anywhere between 0 and 5. If you're more of a 0, you're more of a Wade. If you're more of a 5, you're more of a Willy. I'm more of a skeptic. Willy's more of a believer. Are you ready to be Wade on the WOW scale?
Let's do it, Wade.
First question, 3-parter. Do you believe in aliens? If so, have they visited Earth? If so, have they visited Earth in the last 300 years?
No.
Oh, shit. Curveball, dude. All right. Bigfoot. Oh, whoops.
No.
Skipped one. No on Bigfoot. What about ghosts?
Ooh, yeah, I would say yes. I definitely have seen visually evidence of some glowing in the past. Can't tell you where it was, but I thought it was a ghost. So
Why can't you tell us where it was? Because you don't remember?
So yeah, I was back like in college. I think it was in the parking lot.
It's just a parking lot. Something's glowing.
Yeah.
Maybe I never seen a car do that before.
So with that being said, yeah, I probably saw a little bit of evidence of that. So I would say yes.
Was 9/11 an inside job?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Building 7.
Right? Wasn't even in the
say no report. More, my friend. Building 7. Everyone on your side knows what that means. It was a different building that fell down and no one talked about it, right? Something like that.
Right.
Okay. And then what about the multiverse? Do you think that the multiverse could exist?
I didn't even know what that word was. I looked it up. It's like parallel
dimensions. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I would say yes on that. Okay. I have no evidence to support my answer.
Well, what's your big thing outside of the moon landing? JFK, where do you stand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's evidence to support that it happened in different, not just one shot. There was some different angles there.
Do you look into JFK? Is that like one of the things?
No, I haven't really looked into JFK that much, but I just know with the evidence that I've seen.
Sure.
That I'm evidence-based, right? So there needs to be a motive. Mm-hmm. There needs to be some evidence. And, it just takes one thing, right, to convict someone. So if you see it as, and I don't know who did it, but I know that there was, the CIA walked away from his car. It opened up an area. There was multiple angles. So, I mean, with that being said, the evidence supports that it was definitely an inside job.
Wait, let me ask this, because this is the most interesting thing about the quiz. You don't believe in aliens?
Yeah, I think they're kind of a novelty. There's like novelty marketing. So I think some of these are kind of planted ahead of time to maybe bring some funds to small towns. Like the Loch Ness. Yeah. It's a novelty tourism. You can look it up. Loch Ness, the Corn Palace, Bigfoot, all those little towns needed some money. Someone said, hey, we got to get people out here. Okay.
We got something.
We got to sell trinkets, right? We got to sell. Mm-hmm. I mean, so I think there's like a motive to do that. And so, yeah, I see a fuzzy picture of like Loch Ness Monster. And yeah, okay, I want to go to the town where I saw it. And yeah, I'm going to buy a cup. When I'm there, I'm going to buy a cup.
World's Nest Dad. How about that? Is that bad?
Oh yeah, it's a good one. That's a good one.
No, I try too many puns on this show. You are, based on supplemental questioning, you're more of a 4, but according to the score, you're like a 3. And I think I'm going to leave you at a 3 because you don't believe in aliens, which is like a huge deal.
Yeah.
So right in the middle. You're right down the middle. You split the uprights. Congratulations. 3 points.
I love it.
Willy?
I love it.
What are we talking about?
Tonight on Real Life Sci-Fi, the 37th parallel. Geographically speaking, or in America, it's also nicknamed America's Paranormal Highway. Is it just a coincidence that paranormal activity and a lot of military bases in America line up with the 37th parallel? Or could there be something else going on that we need to find out about it? We'll get into it tonight on Real Life Sci-Fi.
Love it.
Okay, so first question, where's the 37th parallel? What are we talking about?
What goes through it? I'll just list off some of the places first. The Dulce Mountains. There's a lot of paranormal activity there. There's a military base there that is unacknowledged. They don't admit that it's there, but they've had a lot of people come forward saying that, yeah, there's a military base there. Area 51, Clearwater Lake is a military base, Nellis Air Force Base, Cheyenne Mountain, the nuclear testing ground, the Pentagon, Skinwalker Ranch. They say that a lot of Native American burial sites are along this path too. And in the ones that are there, they talk a lot about star people having ancestors not from Earth. The Four Corners. I've been to the Four Corners and I didn't know that there was like paranormal activity there.
This is a latitude?
Yeah. Santa Cruz, Yosemite, Hoover Dam. Hoover Dam is going to be a topic very soon. There's a lot of rituals going on there.
Roswell.
Do you know Cairo, Illinois? I've never heard of Cairo, Illinois.
No. How's
They
this
listed-
all on the same latitude? I'm bad at geography, but these are like fucking with me because they
Right?
don't seem to be
Like
east,
it's
west,
lower.
east,
picture
west,
the
like,
Pentagon, Hoover Dam, like it's goes right across to all that shit. It's crazy.
I think because it's really desolate too. I mean, a lot of camping, a lot of stars at night. I mean, I would think that some of that plays all into that. Military can get away with things, right?
There's something to do with the Earth that keeps the aliens, if there are aliens, you know, I believe there are, that keeps them along that part of the Earth. Maybe it has to do with the magnetic field. Maybe it has to do with the spinning globe and there's certain energy there. Because there's also weird things like if you live above the 37th parallel, they say you're probably deficient in vitamin D because the sun just isn't hitting you well enough, which is hilarious.
I've heard that. What happened to all those Canadians? Poor Canadians.
I know. You can get some D. Put some D's on it.
I looked up today, 37th parallel. They didn't say that there was any like radiation. They had a lot of people like basically go east and west and kind of see, was there any type of like activity with sensors? And they didn't really find much as they were traveling. That's what I read today.
what do you mean with sensors?
Well, they were looking for like radiation. Like, wouldn't there be radiation if it was an alien coming from, outer space? And of course, that could have gone away, right? Of course, but they were looking for.
I mean, according to the lore of this show, aliens don't like nukes. I know there's different kinds of radiation, but I don't think would an alien spaceship give off a radiation signal, or do you think that they're like kind of? Oh, it would. Why?
Yeah. So
they got to go through the Val Allen radiation belt, which is basically right outside of the Earth. It's very bad. It's like crazy amount of radiation. Then they would have to come into Earth. So there should be some evidence of radiation.
No one should be able to survive going through the Van Allen belts.
No, I know, but is that what we're talking about? Are we talking about that? How much do you want to get into Val?
Well, no, that was just in reference
because
to
my curiosity was, does the space shuttle come back with? I know that they have I know it's weird when it comes back, but does it have radiation when it returns?
I think that when they go into space, they don't go through the Van Allen belts, but they get cosmic radiation. And I would say when they get back, that I'm going to look this up right now because I don't know the answer, but I would say that the space shuttle
it
should show up on the Geiger
but
counter.
That just kind of means everything in space would then at that point, right? So anyway, I don't know. I was just curious about that. It doesn't mean anything. So these guys went around. They couldn't find anything.
They took the highway from one side to the next. They couldn't find anything above and beyond. Now that could be, if aliens do come and they kind of hang out and they go back, maybe it just, dissipates over time. But they were hoping that, hey, if there's this much, activity, there would be some.
It says that while it's true spacecraft and astronauts are exposed to higher levels of radiation in space, particularly from galactic cosmic rays and solar flares, the shuttle itself isn't designed to be radioactive or to retain and emit. It doesn't retain or emit high levels of radiation upon its return. So this thing was basically nicknamed the Paranormal Highway because there was this reserve sheriff deputy. He was very interested in cow mutilations because so many of the cow mutilations happen along this area. And so here's the thing. He got fired from being reserve sheriff deputy for talking about aliens after something happened. Like a cow mutilation happened. The cow had broken ribs. He was like, maybe it got dropped after it was, he brought up aliens. So they fired him. Like, we can't have you talking about aliens to the news.
You can't be just theorizing out of nowhere. You can't just be like, I don't know, maybe aliens dropped the cow. I don't think anyone. Because you gotta have some facts. You're a sheriff, right? You gotta come with reports and shit. You can't just be like, man, I feel like aliens dropped the cow.
Chuck Zukowski was like, okay, fuck it, I'm into this stuff. He labeled himself as a UFO nut or something. And so he started just going to research paranormal things on his own. He took his wife with him.
The sheriff who got fired.
Yeah. He doesn't believe, his wife doesn't believe in any of this stuff. And they have a son. And I don't know his stance. So they go investigating all these things everywhere. Because honestly, I know we've done this before, and I'm not going to get into it that much, but cow mutilations are pretty compelling, and they're still happening, and nobody believes them, so they don't make the news anymore. It's like, well, fucking shut up, it's nothing. So he noticed that out of all the places that he was like investigating, they all lined up to the 37th parallel, and then that's when he like put the dots together, like, oh, all these military bases are here too, Area 51.
Was it lasers that took out the cow? Because there wasn't much blood, is what these
cows
read.
Don't have any blood. They do have laser precision cuts on them. They'll be missing ears, eyes, organs from the inside out, and then they'll have broken legs or ribs, and they think it's because they've been dropped after from the ship or whatever.
That's just rude too. I mean, like if you're gonna like take an animal and do stuff to it, at least place it nicely on the ground when you're done with it, right? You're just gonna throw it out of your fucking window?
Fuck.
That's not cool.
I mean, why not?
I mean, it's litter.
Keep the rest of it, and like, what? You don't need to put it back. Like, put it somewhere else.
You're just dumping your trash. It's organic, said the alien. Well, true, and yes, the ecosystem can feed off of it, but still, like, we don't need like skeleton cows or hanging around.
Best evidence of UFOs we find mutilated cows on the moon, you know.
I wonder if there's just a bunch of pissed off vegans on the 37th parallel. You know?
Have you try eating this?
There's one.
We know you like the blood the best. That's why we took it all. No more blood for you, carnivores. We don't like the blood. We cook it off. The stuff that you see when you cook, it's not really blood. It's just the water that's soaked into the meat.
So when they found the cow, I'm wondering if, you know, someone could have done all of those things to the cow, or did they find some other things that just is not human? A human couldn't do that.
One of the main stories officially from cow mutilations is they say it's just occultists.
Right.
And the FBI did 10 years of research on cow mutilations, and they never found any cult members associated with cow mutilations. Not to say that proves anything, but
it definitely. I mean, listen, no, come on, no cult is stealing cows, draining their blood, cutting off like weird parts of them. Don't they like take off circles, or don't they do weird shit?
Yeah,
they do weird
shit. Scoops and a lot of reproductive organs.
Right. It's like a lot. It's a lot. If you were in a cult and they were doing that, you'd be like, I feel like we should just be butchers or something. Like we know how to remove the reproductive organs from cows now. That seems like a skill.
Let's build a website and sell it.
Like, why would you? I don't know, man. Like, and also like goats. Like goats are like the thing, not cows.
Well, they found horses too, and I didn't know that there were horses.
Those couldn't be less like goats. Horses are great.
I will
say little pieces of shit.
So when they do research these cow mutilations, a lot of times they're like, I don't know what tool could do this, because that's why they came up. That's why they say lasers, because you use a tool, you're going to have rip marks. You're not going to have like cuts along and microscopic cuts.
I don't know what it is, but it's not a cult. The cult is just like the cult. The cult is the thing that the Christians use when they just need a soundbite. It's like children with the government. Like anytime they want to take away some of your rights, they just go like, no, it's for the children. And then
that's interesting. Yeah, for reals.
So like it's not
if it was the FBI investigating and they never found anyone, are they in the FBI?
Well, I definitely listen. If you don't believe in aliens, this is military doing this. They're using technology that they can't use on people. And you know what? Finding the cow, it's going to make you never find them, because no one's going to say, oh, this must be the army.
Right. The laser technology's been around forever too. I mean, it's all cannon fodder. This is just, that's how I see it. It could be an alien. You're right. Could be.
I mean, it could be an alien, but it's also just like, it's fucked up regardless of what it is. It's like, what could you possibly be doing? You know what? I think that's the curiosity of it. It's like, I feel like aliens is almost an easier answer, because you're like, yeah, who knows what they're up
and
to.
There's
but
nothing
like when
consistent.
A human does it, you're like, what?
Yeah, there's nothing consistent where it's like it's always the, picture caviar. It's always they're just getting the seeds, and it's like no, there's nothing. It's always random. One thing that I always kind of gravitated towards was what if you wanted to test how much radiation poisoning population was getting? You could test the cows because they drink the fresh water out there, and they're out there in the exposure. And if you grab their reproductive parts, that part of your body will get the radiation last because your body wants to procreate. That's its purpose. So it stops everywhere until it gets to your reproductive organs. So it's like, oh,
I'm just going. I'm following that and going like that. Well, that would mean that. Why would they even be doing that?
Well, there's a depopulation agenda, right? So that's the depopulation agenda, right?
So they want it. They're like, okay, so let's test these cows, and then if they're low, we'll crank it up.
Right.
So in that realm, this is interesting because if you believe in the depopulation agenda, it starts with the spraying. And so you could test on the cows how well you're doing with your spraying, because ultimately you're trying to give people cancer by giving them microscopic doses of bad shit. Right. Or if they were, let's say that there's the good side and they're cloud seeding, they're building spraying to make these clouds. I know we're going all over the place, but let's say they're spraying to make clouds to prevent the sun from hitting us so much, to kind of cool down because we're going through a natural hot time. Well, are we hurting people by spraying all this stuff? You don't want to test people and make it public that you're doing these illegal things trying to save the earth.
So you convinced me. So of
course, you need the sun, you need the vitamin D, you need that. It's amazing what it does to your body. All the different things that sun gives you is massive. Reproductive, everything. So if they're trying to get rid of the sun, then they're trying to get rid of people. Just goes hand in hand in my book.
Yeah, I don't know who would be, but here's the thing about depopulation. What's the point of depopulation? Because right now we are batteries that Amazon needs to run. And if we don't exist and have money to buy, fucking coffee makers and shit, then what's the point of depopulation? Like, how are these billionaires going to maintain their billionairecity?
Right. And it's so in the realm of this really small group of people trying to control everyone, then you just make everyone sick. And then you also own the means to keep them alive, but never lose their sickness. But it's all for
money, right? I'm never paying a medical bill again. I'm stiffing every medical bill. Unless they overturn that thing where it hurts your credit, I'm done paying medical bills.
Yeah, it's the conservation of natural resources at the end of the day. That's what they want, because we use natural resources.
Well, maybe they should stop burning them all up to make their giant warehouses. How about that?
And Teslas.
I will say I made an error earlier when it wasn't Chuck Zukowski who sold the script.
Punched?
It was this guy Ben Mesrich he wrote the movie that ended up being The Social Network. It's called like something billion. Yeah. So he wrote that book, and he was actually heard of this sheriff and went after him to make a story about him, and then he ended up writing a book called UFO Highway, I believe, or something like that.
UFO. Oh, I gotta check that out.
So it's just kind of like,
just wait, because it's about to be a movie, apparently.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Who's directing? That's what's important. Who's directing?
He sold it in 2018, and they haven't made it yet, unless it was like a low budget movie, or maybe it didn't happen. I don't know.
It's in development hell. Oh,
yeah, I know. It's already been 7-8 years.
Did you guys watch Star Man in the 80s? I was sold at that point. That was great. Starman.
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
No, I never watched it.
It is an amazing movie. It holds.
I don't. Okay, an amazing
you gotta see
movie.
That one. It's up there.
Really?
Godfather, well, you know how it is
then Starman.
You go back and you watch them, you're like, man, this was such a pivotal movie back then, but why is it so bad now? I mean, how many times do you do that? You go back to old movies
constantly.
Like,
don't ever watch G.I. Joe again. G.I. Joe is unwatchable.
Well, you can watch one. You can watch one 2-part episode where they brainwash Shipwreck and he lived another life.
Oh, I thought they Didn't they also brainwash Dusty at one point?
They must have.
I remember
Dr.
Dusty being like,
Mindbender had
I'm
a
a
lot of
Cobra
brainwashing.
now. But so this 37, let's talk about this 37th parallel. So
Love it.
I've got a map of it up now, and it's more southern than I thought. Like now I can see it. But it's also not. It's weird. It's weird because of the way latitude works, because it's like an arch.
Yeah.
So it like scoops under Colorado. It kind of goes from, like you said, DC, right? Like Virginia.
Yeah.
Or
to San Francisco. And then, oh shit! Don't tell me we have a flat earther.
Is it a
here.
straight line or is it a curved line? I don't know. I'm just asking.
Please tell me if you're a flat earther, because I got some merch to sell you.
The jury's still out. Okay.
Okay, well, let me show you my shirt anyway. Willie, take it away. I'm going to grab my shirt.
Yeah, the shirt's pretty cool. I think it could sell well on to people.
Go on. I don't know where it's at.
Oh, okay.
It took me a very long time. Like, don't just talk about the shirt. And
okay.
Back. I'm gonna look for like 2 minutes if I can't find it.
But I love the shoe. I love the shoe tree.
It's a nightmare. It's actually a bench that you put shoes under, and then I just bought way too many shoes. But anyway, Willie, the 37th parallel.
Yeah, I'll show you you can't see my shoes because they're blocked by it's that whole door right there behind. Anyways, so I like the idea of maybe the earth is spinning and you've got these magnetic fields happening, and you picture like Jupiter spinning and you see all these storms, or picture I forget what it's called, but to me, it's always the proof that the earth is spinning. It's not pareidolia, but it's something like that. If the earth is spinning, then you can't have water running without the water being affected by the spin being on a sphere. And that's the whole toilet bowl thing in different directions, northern, southern hemisphere. Yeah. But that's how rivers carve out. They always carve out as if they're rolling backwards from the spin of the earth. And so I like the idea that maybe something about the 37th parallel has some energy coming from it, highlighted from it somehow on the earth, that like if there's aliens, then they're here just getting resources and they don't need to talk to us. Maybe there's some sort of energy, and that's why there's so many sightings along this parallel, because there's more sightings than now people have tried to fact check this, and they're like, well, there's more sightings in other areas, but it's all about population. But there are a lot of sightings in these mountains along the 37th parallel.
Are they talking about the sightings that you say? Is it usually at night and daytime? Like what is the typical?
Yeah, well,
wow, I saw this or I saw that.
They use the National UFO Reporting Center for the data, but I've seen hundreds of UFOs and I've never called them once. And so it's kind of like these areas have a lot of people seeing them, but if you check the UFO Reporting Center, it's actually average. But I think
in that area,
average everywhere. It's kind of even everywhere. Where there's people, there's UFO sightings. So this guy Zukowski, this is an interesting thing he says. He believes the aliens have a predilection for places with a proximity to underground water and a high level of hydrogen, which they use for energy. I go, oh, that's cool that he has a hypothesis of, there's underground water and lots of hydrogen. It's weird for him to also say that they use this for energy, because like, well, what led you to believe that?
I mean, he could just be going off of like the Hoover Dam and going like, oh, water. I mean, I don't know. We use it. We're just not very good at it. We use it like in the shittiest way possible.
I love the
water
idea
mills.
Just all these underground aquifers that we didn't know anything about. And then you look at not too ancient societies going like, like in Peru, the Nazca lines, that like some people think that those are just pointing out underground aquifers, waterways.
Wouldn't that be interesting if everything that you had researched about all this stuff was just to find water under the ground? Like, sum up what I just said better.
That all the paranormal things is just now, if you, the alien version is aliens are just collecting fresh water. not salt water.
Well,
Cow mutilations might be a byproduct of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I took the aliens out of it and I wanted to keep it paranormal, if I wanted to keep it paranormal and maybe something with the magnetic field being amplified by underground water, because maybe the water somehow, the way the Earth is spinning, gets stuck at the 37th parallel, and there's like extra energy amplifying.
Right.
And so, like, it's
evidence.
Not a cow mutilation; it's a cow explosion from like cosmic energy blasting through, and they fly up in the air and then land on the ground. I don't know.
I mean, that's great.
It's going to be a good movie for sure. Have you ever seen the witching sticks? You ever mess with those? You ever heard of those?
Yeah.
Of course. Sticks. We've talked about them a lot. The fact that they baffle science is interesting,
but they're also so easy to just tilt and sway your own way.
So
yeah, but it's like a Ouija board, Willy. If you don't trust in the process, if you just do it, you're like, who are you cheating? Yourself, right?
No, yeah, for real. It's like I do believe in dowsing sticks, that you walk over water and there's energy that you can find.
And just like what you were talking about, it could be the energy from right there. There could be huge aquifers running on the 37th parallel and blowing up cows. It's a potential.
Yeah, for real, dude. I'm like that.
I think we solved it.
I think I like Willy's. Get the guy a job back. Get that. Sheriff was right.
Well, he was right, but that doesn't mean he should be the sheriff. I mean, let's have him work at the fucking 7-Eleven or something. I don't know that we need to give him the sheriff.
Give him his badge back.
Yeah.
I can't find my TeePublic. I don't know how TeePublic.
Willy, by the way, love your backdrop. Amazing.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, this. I just put the Nuggets jersey on the Bigfoot tonight on Stage Squatch.
Yeah, that's cool. Why didn't you use an old jersey? You should have used like. Why'd you use Jokic? You could have used like, or is that's not Anthony?
Oh. No. I ultimately I was hanging it to dry because I don't put them in the dryer, and I just did it instead of putting it away.
That's cute. That's very cute. So now his fur is going to be matted and stinky when you take it off. See if you can decipher it. So there's a guy walking down the street, and he's got that, and you're like, what is that? And then you realize that it's an F and an E in a straight line. Flat Earth.
I love it.
Let's check the pink one.
That.
It's getting people to think. I love it.
What is that? Is that RC Cola? No, the line.
Is that some kind of sword or something? No, it's the line.
Oh, is that what the first crop circle was that's on that Led Zeppelin album?
Good guess, but no. It's all like about the line.
Really bad made sword.
Yeah, it's the least optimal sword. It's the Zelda sword with a little crook so that you can't actually stab anyone too hard. You get 2 inches in, and then it stops you.
I should be rocking that.
How many? I'm buying one after the show. You'll see my order.
Shit, yeah. It worked.
I'm getting one. Tri-blend. Buying the Tri-blend XL.
Yes. That's the best part. I actually think I get more money for the Tri-blend.
I don't think we've sold a shirt this year. Anyways.
Well, it's not tied to our store. I couldn't figure that out. So those are all for me, man. I asked you if you wanted to go in on my Flat Earth shirt, and you laughed at me. Let's get back to the 37th parallel.
Yeah, what happened to the cow?
So I just want to say, though, the 37th parallel in the southern hemisphere doesn't really hit much. It hits New Zealand, but it's below South America.
Would it go through parallel, right? So we're talking Europe.
It goes a little bit. Well, the southern version goes a little bit through Argentina, but it's below Australia.
But are people saying that it's also?
No, I'm just saying, with my theory of it having to do with magnetic field and maybe something with the Earth, there's so much over ocean that it really doesn't do anything. So the rest of the world, though, I tried looking that up too. It goes through South Korea.
The northern one or the southern one?
The northern one.
Okay, yeah, let's just talk about that. So it goes through. Did you say South Korea or North? I just said both.
Yeah, South Korea. But and as far as the rest of the world is concerned, it's not really notable.
Okay, so it's just USA, which almost renders it.
It kind of makes
coincidental.
It suspicious. Yeah.
How many trinket shops are on the 37th parallel?
Yeah, right.
I'm interested with the Pentagon being on it and also Skinwalker Ranch.
Talk about
Skinwalkers in Native American lore were these shape-shifting creatures that I forget if they specifically went after anybody, but they were.
Well, I think they come out at night, right? And they scare you or something, but they also shapeshift. Like you'll see like a person and you'll be like, that was weird. And then later people will be like, that was a skinwalker. And you'll be like, Scooby-Doo style.
Yeah.
When was that big? Was that 1800s, 19? When was this?
It's been in their lore. We just kind of don't pay attention to anything they say. We think it's all mythology.
Yeah, I think it's current. I think like people still talk about it. Like if you go through a reservation, like people will still, it's just like aliens. Like people still like see that stuff. I just saw a video. Willie, did you see the video of I think in Russia there's like a kind of Bigfoot guy walking across the road? Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's a dash cam and he's in the distance and they don't say it's a Bigfoot. I don't even know how I'd find it again because it's just something that I ran across.
You can't search I think I saw it though. He had a Jokic jersey on.
It was his brother.
Did his head not really fit through the neck area?
little pudgy in the middle. But Bigfoots are always they're always blurry though, those photos. It always seems to be blurry. I'd be freaked out if I saw a blurry Bigfoot, Did you see the new Superman? No, I need to see it.
Okay, so in the new Superman, they explain that his glasses, and this is probably lore. I don't think that fucking James Gunn thought of this, but he wears like kind of hypno glasses. So when you look at him, you're not seeing his actual face. And that's why the glasses are his disguise. So think about that in terms of Bigfoot. Maybe they have some kind of hypno thing where no picture can be taken of them, right?
Yeah, in the realm of aliens, there's definitely, or in the stories of reptilians, they still are reptilian, but they basically have a filter on them so that we can't see them. It's like a mental version of those glasses where it's like, if they want you to see their shape, they can do that. Otherwise, they're projecting a signal that your brain can't change.
No, Russia's not on the 37th parallel, right?
I think that it is. I want to see what cities that, like, when you look it up, it was since the term was coined.
Part of it has to be, but there's so much more. There's so much more north than we are. I wonder where it would be.
Well, I know South Korea, so it's like it's got to be the southern parts of Russia.
Just that little part that kind of like, yeah.
And it's so foresty because the Bigfoot loves the forest. So anywhere you might see him out there.
Bigfoot loves forest.
Afghanistan, Pakistan, China, Iran, Turkey. Yeah, there is no Russia. Tajikistan. The parallel crosses over the Sea of Japan, which is part of the Sea of Japan is really part of the Pacific Triangle. What's that called? The Devil's Triangle?
I don't know about that. What's that about?
It's kind of like the Bermuda Triangle, but of the Pacific Ocean. So that's interesting.
I just want to see a Bigfoot in Jokic. I just want to see that at least once out there.
I mean, I know for reals, and he probably would look like his fucking brothers, man. They're so beefy, beef necks.
Let's run up to Arrowhead. I want to snap some photos of you, Willie. I think it has to do with the aqueducts. I think you're right. There's a lot of energy there, and I think some of that has to be in play. That's
right. I mean, water definitely. I don't know. I mean,
the moon, the water, oceans that move. I mean, look at all the things that oceans do. Tsunamis, suck in, suck out, earthquakes. I mean, there's got to be something with the 37th. It'd be interesting to know how much water aqueduct is on the 37th.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So would that mean let's just drill into that a little. Sorry for the pun, but like if that's the case, wouldn't that just mean that, like, first of all, why underground water? Like, why is that? What is it? 80% of the earth is water. They don't like salt water. They just like fresh water.
Well, I don't know. It's weird because there are a lot of sightings over water, and that's how those ones that came out, the UAPs that the Navy released or that they released for them. they just basically ran into some UFOs doing their own thing out in the middle of the ocean.
But those things like supposedly come out and into the ocean. Those are like, Miles, do you know about, I mean, have you been following the UAP? Did you see the fighter pilot like, following the Tic Tac guy and stuff like that? Do you know about this?
No.
This was a big deal like a year or two ago where they just released a bunch of footage and they're like, we don't know what this is. And it was just like, you know, an egg or like a Tic Tac, like flying like really crazy. Stuff that we can't do.
Like 2019, but basically the New York Times and the Washington Post both concurrently released information about these secret military encounters that they had. They're doing like secret operations over the ocean, and then they start following these little Tic Tac things about.
But everyone, and this is my whole kind of thesis for this podcast, like everyone is looking at space, and I'm like, look at the ocean, man. We haven't even like discovered anything in the ocean at all. Like we don't go down there at all. And if you do, you're a billionaire and you die because you didn't like fucking seal the thing right or whatever. And it implodes on you. And it's very funny and we all laugh at you. But why are we going to space? I don't know. Why are we going to space? Is it because we know we got to get out of here?
Is it holograms? These UAPs, are they holograms? Let's just. I mean, that's
I think that most of them are military tech, but are they practicing holographic? You know, if supposedly there's going to be this alien invasion, it's all going to be holograms, you know, to scare everyone and change, you know, sneak in the new version of the Patriot Act. If that's the case, they're going to be practicing right now.
What more can they take from us? Like, what's the end of that? Like, what's the false? Like, what are they trying to get from us? They've gotten everything, haven't they? I mean, do you guys feel like you're free? I don't want to be like really militant and say that we should all get guns and stuff, but like, what more could they take? Honestly,
I think it's a psychological operation, really.
Exactly.
I mean, if they get you to believe something small, then they get you to believe something bigger.
Well, they've already got us. I mean, they don't need to jump to aliens. They can just say. I mean, what are all the fucking things? Like,
I think it's how easy destruction. Yeah, just distraction, right?
Distraction, sure.
Yeah, massive distraction, right? If they put a huge hologram out there, it starts small and ends up being bigger, and then
what's the distraction from? All the fucking war crimes that we're watching every day. I mean,
there's a motive right there.
Who's a bigger? Who do you think controls more people? I'll just say the Catholic Church, just to try to make it broad, or pharmaceuticals. You know, I only it's a lame comparison. I'm just trying to say that, like, if you could take away the power of the church by decimating them, moving into new.
Oh, if it's a move against the church, that's kind of interesting. They're like, how can your God exist if aliens exist? But then the Pope's just going to be like, no, I already said aliens are cool or whatever.
Yeah. Right? It's like, well, but who was paying attention? Because fucking only conspiracy sites push that narrative.
Yeah.
I just think it's huge distraction from whatever else is going on. I
just can't imagine what the people in power could be doing that's so bad that they would need a distraction of a giant alien hologram fucking invasion. That's insane.
Here's my version. My version is we have powers within us to heal ourselves, to basically like not need medicine. All these
but
things.
Are we about to discover that? Like, are we getting close to that? Is anyone even working on it? Why would we need a distraction?
It's kind of like the leftover. It's like, hey, only these wishy-washy people believe this is possible. Let's decimate all of them so that, because like picture a whole society of people that can take care of themselves and feed themselves and not need. I know that's not the.
It's called a farm. Maybe there was Willy.
But picture countries that were farms, instead of like small communities, or taking the ability away of people to have their own small communities and survive on their own. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
How would an alien? How would an alien invasion accomplish that?
I think it's the war on the mind. Like, if they get to that point where they have you distracted with something like that, then they'll say, okay, well, this alien's here. It's really bad. You need to do these things. And then they are testing us to see if we'll do those things.
Go buy an Amazon gift card from Walmart.
Right now.
Enter it in your email to us. I'm with you guys. I don't trust any of these people. It just feels like a lot.
I know, trying to get more concrete, because like one idea in my mind is that, like, look, the whole point of all this stuff, it doesn't matter what it is, it's to have you live in fear so that, and have us pitted against each other, so we can't work together and we're all getting sick and we can't like overthrow their power, even though we know that billionaires shouldn't exist and they shouldn't be able to, we should be able to govern ourselves.
But we don't
govern ourselves anymore.
We don't. Listen, I'm sorry to be like, this is my most skeptical thing. It's like, we've lost. There's nothing more they can take from us. Like, if you look at what you do every day, you go to a fucking job you hate so that you can pay rent for a place that you don't even like, so you can eat fucking shitty food that's not good for you, so that you can just maintain being a capitalist. I don't know what more there is to do. Like, what more is there? Just to fuck with us? Hey, now they believe in aliens, these fucking idiots. Let's put them all in a big square so that, I don't know, we can watch them or something. I just don't get it. It seems to be perfectly working for the billionaires. I don't know what an alien invasion would help. Because if anything, it seems like...
I think it's a mass experiment. I mean, we know that 50s, 60s, Operation Paperclip, all these things, they were experimenting on us. They continue to experiment on us. It's just one big experiment. What do these massive amounts of people do when we throw something as crazy as that out? Do they all go one direction, or do they not go that direction? Or does the 5% say no? Do they go and tell the other 95% it's all baloney? Like, it's always an experiment.
I'm glad you brought that up, because here's the deal. I believe aliens are here. If they are here and they know about it, then they have to keep us in fear of them. Otherwise, our community is the universe. We don't need to fucking have money or capitalism. It's like, we can go with the aliens. And so it's kind of like they need to create this hot fake alien invasion so that we never actually meet the aliens. So they create the laws before we meet the nice ones. It's like, no, they're all bad. See that they tried to invade us. So it's a good operation to fucking keep us scared and to never meet them. And you're so scared on your own that you wouldn't even approach an alien ship.
Do you think that's true currently? Because I'm wondering, and I know that's not what we're talking about. I'm just asking, like, right now, what do you think we'll just keep it at America, because I have no idea what's going on anywhere else. But like, do you think that Americans right now, let's say that this is all a massive false flag, right? And there are no aliens, and they've been setting us up from the beginning. Area 51, the whole fucking thing, all of it. The first one, Roswell and shit. They're just like, hey, let's just do a crash, and we'll put out that it's aliens, because, like, who knows? Maybe there's aliens, and we'll just start like really psyoping these motherfuckers. They all hate aliens, but like, what have they actually done that makes you afraid of aliens? Because right now, I'm sitting here going like, I don't fear aliens at all.
Well, just the thousands of movies where they put out that aliens are bad, right? It's the psychological.
Do you think Hollywood's in on it?
Oh, absolutely.
What about E.T.? He was cool.
He was cool, but that's one of my favorite movies. He was scared, and they kind of made like the people in the government who are, trying to help him out, they kind of made them scary at the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, see, that's what's weird.
Terrifying.
So you take E.T. and you take Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Both of those movies had very positive images of aliens and made the government look bad about it. So that's interesting. Because, you look at the other ones that are scary, like, Alien Wars or I always
Suck in Your Blood, War of the Worlds. That goes back to the propaganda of them dropping that radio spot, right? In the 30s or the 20s or 30s, they came out and said, oh my gosh, there's aliens. And then people freaked out. And this was just on the radio. So that was an
the Orson Welles thing?
that was That was definitely a test to see what the public would do.
It's funny that that's your viewpoint on it because it's such a hilarious story to me. Like looking back, just all the gullible people listening to the radio and thinking that there's aliens.
But that was
the
their
humanity.
news source. Right. They were a trusted source.
I know, but it's so funny because like I don't trust anything. Like it would take so much for me to believe there was an alien invasion happening. And it wouldn't be video. I would have to see it in the skies. I
feel the same way.
You can't trust anything. Man.
If there was one happening in LA, I'd have to be like, I got to get out there right now to fucking fact check this shit and do all the things.
Right, but you would also do it because you think you can talk to them with your mind, and you'd be the perfect person for them to get in contact with.
Remember Crocodile Dundee?
It's cool.
Send me up. I'm Willy.
He did that to crocodiles, right?
Yeah.
So what does that start calling you? Alien
know me
Willy?
From before.
You come back down in like a white gown. And you're like, some intellectual that came. I know them now. They are my friends. It'd be awesome, Willy. You'd be the guy. Seriously, like you'd be the. What is that? The representative. The representative. Yeah.
He'd be the leader when they say, "Take me to your leader." It would be Willy. That's why none of it's ever going to happen because that would satiate too much curiosity, right? And I feel like life is all about like withholding. Like this sucks, right? Life sucks. Who's with me? I think life sucks.
I don't like the world that we have grown into right now. Yeah.
Is there a world in the past that you would have loved? Because because as far as I know, I'm looking back and I'm going like, life sucks, man. I don't think of a good time in world history.
I know. I picture
where people were just chilling and having fun.
Like picture people having small community family farms.
Oh, so something made up. Yeah.
And then technology just growing on them instead of taking control of everything, like I'm like, I picture.
But my point is, I think life is torture, and the desire, this whole alien thing has just been like, let's make sense of life. Like, why is it so bad? And if aliens showed up, there would be a puzzle piece where you would go like, okay, now I know why life is so bad. It's because either A, the aliens are attacking us, or B, the aliens know a bunch of shit that we don't know, and they're like keeping it from us or trying to educate us. But none of it can ever happen because the whole point of life is to just always be frustrated. That's my theory. I don't know why.
Like life is suffering, and you and Miles, you have kids that are adults now, but like when you see their journey of suffering and applying it to your own, there definitely are stages of suffering that is humanity. And no matter what your situation is,
it depends. Like, yeah, you have to have some, just like a woman has a baby, that's a lot of suffering, right? But at the end, she gets an amazing, human being, and there's years and years of great times. And what did she have to like go through? One really bad day and 9 months of throwing up, but so you have to have a little bit of pain with pleasure. Like you can't always have pleasure. It just doesn't work that way. So I think we have a bad boss. I think America has, if you've had a bad boss before and the guy's at the top and it's never a good thing, I feel like we have a bad boss and bad representatives at the top. You go to another country that maybe doesn't have the type of morals that we do. They have like more family focused or more positive things in their culture. I think you'd probably say, yeah, that's a good thing. Like it's a different thing in this country, but it's hard to like get out of the United States. Just it is. It's hard to get out of the United States.
I know. They really took apart the family to make the work week happen,
The family. I don't know why you keep talking about the family though. Like I don't want a family. It sounds like a drag to me. So what? I don't. So what does that have to do with me? Take away the fan? I don't care about that.
Well, but picture like even in the 40s, everybody had like 8 kids, and so like you built an army, and your family was huge, and
why is that good though? That's just so that you can make more of little yous and be worse. You just be worse for the world. Just like now, there's 8 of me running around being an asshole.
It's like a baseball team.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think
and we
back
suck.
then
We're the bad news bears.
I think there was definitely, pain in dealing with those 8 kids, but I think there was some pleasure seeing them grow up and do, hopefully better things than you did. So, I mean, I think there's just
you must have had good parents. I'm not saying my parents were bad, but did you not have good parents?
No, I mean, they're both deceased, and so there was a lot of issues.
I'm just saying you had an army to build your farm and be able to sustain your own little family.
Is that what you want? You just want, but this is an honest question. I'm not negging you. Do you want that? You want to go live on a farm and have like 10 kids, and the only time you see anyone else is like when you make the fucking week-long trek to get more meat?
No, I mean, I grew up in a different time, but I'm saying that was the last time that they stripped that from people. It's like, well, you got to go to work now. You can't just barter, you got to make money. So you don't have time with your family. You don't have an army anymore. They all have to, it's like the American lifestyle took away the family because you couldn't be a farm family and survive, basically, based on the work week, the taxes, the fucking, I'm just throwing shit out there, but.
So I am the residual. Our plan is working, is what you're saying. Like this guy hates family, but I just don't like people. I don't want to be around people. I don't think it has anything to do with, billionaires or power or anything. I mean, what's the what?
I think there's suffering in that, I mean, I think there's suffering and, being a father and being all those kind of things, but there's also great things that come with it that you just don't know when you're not in that position, right? Having kids. I'm sure you asked Willy, hey, your life before kids, how was it? But how is it now? Well, there's a glimmer of hope. He loves his kid, and that brings him happiness. I'm just guessing. I've seen the photos, right? So I think there's a little bit of that.
If someone said, "Hey, Wade, how's your life?" and I said, "There's a glimmer of hope," people would institutionalize me. I just like whatever, kids. Sure,
that's
I
good
guess.
Though.
But
that's
I think
good. You have to be that way. I get it.
I mean, my bad idea is that you don't have family. It's like, who's going to get your property and your money when you die? Well, no, it goes to no one. It goes to the bank. That's a bad idea.
Property and money. Who has that? I don't have that shit.
Nothing,
man. Exactly. I'm taking it all with
me.
I'm gonna be awarded to the state when I become like 75 and I can't pay my bills anymore. I'm spending it all and I'm making it your problem. I don't care what happens to me after that. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, but when your parents die, someone's gonna get the house, and then all of a sudden it keeps going smaller, and all of a sudden
I'll just give it to Kim and Blue.
I don't believe in this property race that I'm trying to talk about, but I'm just going
no, I know we're just talking, but I just think life sucks and you guys love it because of kids and stuff. Cool.
I mean, I think hobbies are great. I think it's good to know people.
But I think you
got to have hobbies, that makes you happy.
Hobbies is like distracting you from how bad life is. Like life sucks. So you have to come up with a hobby to take your mind off of it.
I know. I picture Satan in hell, like learning how to whittle. Like, well, I'm fucking bored with this fucking. Sure, it's crowded.
Nothing more to do down here.
I'm not like
Homer Simpson. All the donuts. I guess I'll learn woodworking.
Look, kind of looks like an otter.
I'll make a really good flute, and then I'll take down that pompous country western singer in this.
I mean, I go back to biking, man. I had a bike when I was a kid. My mom bought me a bike, 5 years old, And that just completely freed me. I could go wherever I wanted to go, see my friends. I still bike to this day, and it's a great distraction.
Dude, I fucking rode all over Loveland, man. It was crazy. I can't believe how far I went. I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, but now that's illegal. You can't do that. It's illegal now.
I know, and right? I don't want moose riding around LA. Like, holy fuck! Like,
well, not LA. Is it illegal in Loveland too? That you have to see what Willie? You told me this. You have to always see your kids until they're like 12 or something.
Yeah, you can't if you're under 12. You can't. You could get in trouble from the police from having your kid under 12. Is this
a California thing or like a national thing?
I know it's a California thing. I don't know if it's Colorado.
I've never heard of that. No. What is that? Like you basically... Well, just like
if you're under 12, you have to be with a guardian. You can't like walk to school by yourself at 8.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up, man. I think there's a gray area when I was like 7.
Yeah,
dude, I know.
I think there's a gray area. I think there's a gray area, and that's why they actually made that. You know, they didn't want 4-year-olds, little girls walking, 2 miles to the bus stop. You know, I think they had to put some laws together. 12's that's pretty crazy. You know,
that's in California because I try to learn about it because I'm like, oh fuck, dude, I guess I'll be with you till you're 12 at least every fucking moment.
Every fucking moment. I can't think of anything worse than 12 years tied to a child. I mean, they're all dicks, dude. Like, kids suck. And, like, they don't know anything. I just don't know how you do it. I don't.
Fighting for screen time.
Sounds so fucking miserable. I just don't get it. Prove to me that life is not suffering when we're talking about being chained to a fucking kid until he's 12.
That 12 is crazy, 12 is, by that time, they want to get the heck away from you at some point, they're kind of spreading their wings. Times are good before that, in my opinion. But 12 years old, yeah, Willie, they do a 25-mile circle around Loveland now. Wow. It's amazing. Yeah. All concrete, just super nice. I try to do that once a week.
A bike path, you mean?
Just go, yeah, huge bike path all the way around Loveland. You're not on any major highways. Yeah.
Will you send me a picture of your bike seat because I just can't get comfortable on a bike seat.
It's not the greatest. I use some pads. It still hurts, man. At mile like 20, I'm still hurting. They make some leather ones, and they make them with like springs now too, so it's a little bit more softer.
Like mine looks like a tricycle seat, big jump, and then also I have a pad on top of it, and I'm like, now it hurts my thighs instead of my fucking taint.
Yeah, they have them now where it kind of holds up your hip bones, but for men it kind of leaves your manhood kind of hanging a little bit.
Dude, I basically don't like riding bikes because my fucking wiener goes numb, and I'm just like, this can't be good to keep doing that.
Yeah, you got to have some bike shorts. That's the thing. But I wear stuff over.
Wait, how does that help with your wiener going numb?
Just kind of gives it some padding, just like tennis shoes would give you padding on a court. So pads from your butt all the way up to the front.
Oh, okay. I can see that a little bit. Just so you're not cutting it off as hard because it's like
it's a little softer. It's like hiking socks, right? And your hiking shoes, right? It just makes it a little bit softer. So you gotta watch out for the finish.
I hope I never have to buy hiking socks because they're not cheap.
Oh, I want to go to Wade's store. He probably has some flat earth socks that I can forward to you. I want to see those.
I don't know if they're hiking socks.
Let's see if we can build that into the store right after this, Wade. I'll buy
them. So, I mean, I don't want hiking socks because that means I would have to be hiking somewhere. I just like I'm the least like outdoorsy Colorado person. I don't care about. I don't know. Through the course of this, I've realized I just don't care about anything, and I want to die. I just want to die. I'm really looking forward to the next thing. That's
Yeah, that's interesting because
I'm
like
hyped.
if you
I'm hyped
believe
on
in
the next
something
thing.
after, then it's kind of like, well, it's
I don't believe in anything. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be like walking into a movie you've never even heard of, and the fucking curtain opens, and you're like, "Oh shit! I don't know what I'm getting into, but it's going to be interesting because I have no idea." That's what it's going to be like for me in the afterlife. And then if it's hell, it's like, they told me. Why didn't I listen?
I mean, like, it's cool that you don't have expectations, but it sucks that they're kind of good because it's like kind of like, you pick this movie's going to be good. And then like all of a sudden it affects the experience.
Sure. Okay. It's not a perfect metaphor. I think like no matter what it is, the afterlife, I'll be excited about it because, I like exploring and I like new things. I'm just bored. I guess that's what
you're bored. I was about to say that. How old are you?
I had to do this the other night. 40, 5, 6, 7. I'll be 40. Willy, how old am I?
You're 46.
46.
Born in 77.
78. The end November. So in November I'll be whatever.
Yeah. I think we all get a little bored. Like we're at the plateau of something. We've seen all the whistles and bells and I agree
see through the
you.
cracks. We understand that the fucking animatronic mermaid is not a real thing,
I know, and I'm going like, man, listen, I do believe that there are other entities here, but I'm going like, is that just me just being so bored that that's why
probably.
Yeah,
we should,
because for most of my life I didn't believe in shit because I'm like, I need to see it, and then I started going like, well, do I need to see it? It
sounds like most like the beginning part of your life was all about survival, right? I mean, like,
yeah,
that's kind of all of us. We're going around going like, what the fuck is this? I don't get it. These kids are mean to me. I guess they're mean. I don't know. I'm a little sweetheart, like going to kindergarten, like kids are mean. What? Oh shit. Oh, I guess the world sucks. Now I'm bored. Now I got to get into woodworking.
Yeah, you're right. We need to wrap it up. I'm going to say my final thoughts on the 37th parallel. It's very interesting that there are a lot of, because of all these underground bases, the Pentagon, the Hoover Dam, the fucking, and all of these hot spots of paranormal activity. It's interesting to me. I don't think, what if it was just, let's say an alien craft came in wormhole style and it just happened to be along the 37th parallel and whatever. I don't know any reasons.
It could be Prometheus rules too, where the first one crashed there and then it spread like that or something. I don't know.
Yeah. That, like, if I'm going to drive to Denver, I have two options, but I usually take the one that I'm used to. I don't like to take the other one, even though it's flatter and easier. It's only 100 miles more.
What does that have to do with it?
I'll take the path of that I'm more familiar with. So like I picture just whatever aliens are doing, you're going to, like an ant, going to follow a path that as opposed to, I only say because the UFO highway has more UFO sightings. And it's like, well, they're just following the same route.
Right. Well, I mean, it could be as easy as like, not to get too Hollywood, but like, okay, our tracker has him here, and that's the last we know. So just go there. It's a big planet when you get there. So just find, where he went, and that's just like on the 37th parallel. Maybe they're just looking for this first guy,
Yeah.
I think they're really thirsty. I think that's what it is. They're thirsty, and you said that there's aqueducts and I think you've got me thinking, Willie, you got me thinking that there's more aliens on the 37th parallel and they want Gatorade or something.
Yeah. That means that we're really going to have to figure out desalination, right? If we're going to be slaves to these aliens who are so thirsty. We got to empty out the oceans for these guys.
Yeah.
Miles, so you mentioned your band, what's it called? Or are you a DJ? What kind of music is it?
Yeah, electronic music. I produce Lorde Landing. You can look me up on
Lorde Landing.
SoundCloud. Yeah, SoundCloud. And I just make electronic music, some fun stuff, some political stuff, cut up some beats here and there, and hopefully you like it if you like electronic music.
Where do you get your beats? How do you do that?
Everywhere.
You sample a lot of stuff?
I'll sample, I'll chop them up, I'll take stuff from YouTube or other places where I can just kind of put them all together, and then I find funny stuff to chop up, samples, vocals, all that.
That's cool. I'm surprised there's not more sampling going on. Like, why did they stop? I'm like, I love being able to. I used to be like a train spotter, and I'm like, oh, this is from this, this is from this. My favorite thing that I ever heard was somebody sampled the entrance of movie intro of Buck, the TV show intro of Buck Rogers.
Oh,
cosmic
great.
forces beyond all can. I was like, oh fuck, that's fucking Buck Rogers. I'm at a rave going like, whoa, this is fucking cool.
And I just kick you out. Sorry, nerd. We don't care. We're here to do E and make out.
Melody
This guy's over here.
He's a guy. I don't know if you've heard of him.
What's his name?
Melody Sheep. He's a guy that I follow a lot, and he cuts up funny stuff from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and so he's a good one to look up. But no, look me up, Lorde Landing. Check out some tracks, and yeah, hopefully you like them.
Super. I'll
Lorde
put a link
Landing.
in the description. Yeah.
SoundCloud. Yeah.
Miles Thompson, thank you for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on.
We're going to continue the conversation on our bonus episode. So if you want access to that, go to Real Life Sci-Fi, go to patreon.com/RealLifeSciFi and get access. And yeah, I guess we can just end it. Willie, you don't have anything, right?
Nah.
Really bad
I
movies.
love their talk. Love to be with you guys. Thanks, Wade. Thanks, Willie. It's great.
Of course, man.
Fantastic
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. And remember, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Take care.
Real Life Sci-Fi.